Erin?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. I had a long day, but it was good. I was in the clinic today for I had two shifts today, so it was like 8 hours straight, but it was great.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds like a lot. But it
Yeah.
sounds good. At least you love it. At least you love it.
So we have people on right now. Hello, everyone. Want to
Hey,
say
everyone.
welcome. Welcome to our Tea and Table Talk chat. My
Yes.
name is Elza Lorenzo, and I am the owner of Tea Infusions, a artisanal tea brand in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And this beautiful young lady you see right here is Erin Elise. Tell them about yourself, Erin.
Hey, everyone. My name is Erin Elise. I am a life strategy coach in Atlanta, Georgia. I mostly work with women. I specialize in workshops that are all about connection, vision, and preparing a plan for success. I've been on the road with these workshops. I have two of them, Tea and Table Talk and Dream Boards and Desserts. So, what I'm doing with Walda is collaborating with her for the Tea and Table Talk event, which will be taking place in Brooklyn
Oh,
next Saturday.
yes, it's exciting. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. A lot of people are probably wondering, well, what is Tea and Table Talk about?
Mhm.
So I want Erin to I want you to tell them a little bit about more about what your goal and purpose is with Tea and Table Talk.
Mhm. Yeah, so Tea and Table Talk was created because I noticed in the other workshops that I do that women were coming together to do something that was creative and fun, but I noticed a lot of very deep discussions going on. And at the end of the events, they wouldn't want to leave. And so I was like, bing, off goes the alarm. We need an event just for talking about what's going on with us, a place of release, a place where women can get together and connect and feel safe. And then also the fun side of it, having different teas and desserts and the lighthearted aspect of it as well. It's not all emotional and intense. It's a good balance of everything. I was really kind of tired of attending surface level events when I feel like as people we're kind of crying out on the inside like, hey, I'm here because I want to connect, you
Right.
know and so that's how Tea and Table Talk was essentially born. um, Next Saturday, Walda and I have collaborated for an awesome 2-in-1 type of experience where you'll get Tea and Table Talk, you'll get the group exercises, you'll get the interaction and the connection with other women, you'll get the laughs, and then you'll
Mhm.
also get what Walda is bringing to the table, which I will let her tell you about.
Yeah. So, I mean, we all know that over a cup of tea, we can work a lot of things out, you know? And so that's the element that I'm bringing outside of that cup of tea. I'm really wanting to get people in a more interactive space with the workshop where they're actually creating their own specific blend for themselves. You know, when you get involved in the process of putting things together, you become intimately connected with it and you tend to appreciate it a lot more because you're actually putting your own mental energies on it, you're putting your own emotional energy on it, and therefore, in doing that, you're actually nourishing yourself in that process. And I think between both of our workshops, it's really about getting people to think outside of the box they often put themselves in. And I think we all, even myself, I'm constantly challenging myself to think outside the box that sometimes I put myself in. Because in doing that, you're able to go a little deeper, you're able to connect with yourself much better and in a much more healthier way. So the tea blending workshops, outside of just creating a great cup of tea, is really getting people, to work within that inner terrain that they have within themselves that oftentimes they lose touch with. And it's a process that I like to tell people that it's a sensory journey. You're using all of your senses. You're using your eyes. When you're looking at the plants or the plant material, you're using your hands to touch and feel it. you're using your sense of smell. All of those things we often lose touch with because we're in this like fast paced way of living. And it's those senses that really keep us grounded and connected with what we're feeling and how it makes us feel. And I know that, Erin, with your workshops, that's one of the goals that you have, is to really get women thinking outside of the daily stressors of life and really get them in touch with, well, wow, this is actually what I'm thinking and this is what I'm feeling.
Right. Absolutely. I think that because, like you said, Walda, we live in such a fast-paced society where we're always on the go, we're always on our phone, and everything is really quick, right? There's not a lot of time to think. The more that people kind of dive into emotions, society kind of tends to tell you, oh, that's weak. Get up, hurry up, like,
Right.
let's go. And so
Yeah.
we're holding on to all this stuff on the inside. We're interacting with each other, but not on the level that we need to be. And so that's that's the main reason why I love Tea and Table Talk, because you have most women are coming in as complete strangers, but they're leaving with the sense of sisterhood. They're leaving feeling a sense of a bond, of a connection with women who are in their community that they may have never met before. Right. So I love that, because it's an emphasis on connecting with how you feel with you, and then connecting with those around you to understand, hey, I'm not alone in some of the things that I'm going through. I'm not alone with how I feel. And sometimes, you'll be surprised at what some of these women are going through when they open their mouths. You'll just like, wow, you would never know, is the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah, and it gets me thinking about like, journaling. I think a lot of people don't journal enough. This makes me feel like it's a live interactive journal. You know what I mean? What you're doing.
Yeah. And it is, in a sense, because what I do with the group exercises, I'm not going to tell everything because it's still a surprise, but with the group exercises, I ask questions that get the participants, to get the women thinking. Right. Because I know sometimes those opening up on that level, someone's gonna have to ask you something. You're not just gonna come out and be like, hey, right. Yeah, there has to be a prompt of some kind. And so the questions are me having you ask yourself the right questions to get you to open up. So yeah, in a way it is a live journal, except, you do the writing, but I ask the questions.
Right. And, it's great too, because it creates a very challenging space, because here you are with, a lot of people you don't know. And even though it's intimate, it's also very kind of public in a way, because there's a lot of people you don't know. And I think, it goes back to this idea of community, that it brings you back to this idea of community, because a lot of the times, when we're able to, like you said, share things that you would not expect someone to be going through, it makes all of our experiences more relatable.
Right.
And we're able to kind of let down and go, oh, okay, it's not just me. Right. It's not just me thinking this way. Because I think a lot of the times when you're going through stuff and you're not really as expressive, sometimes you really put a lot of blame and pressure on yourself. Like, man, it's just me. What's wrong with me?
Right.
And I think it's encouraging to have these workshops, because you give women an opportunity to realize it's okay. Like, you're okay. You're normal. You're not abnormal,
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of, what we're trying to do, is that, it's trying to step out of this idea of perfection, because it's in those places of imperfection that you find that beauty, you find that sparkle. And it's about teaching people to be unafraid of the imperfection,
Yeah.
And I really would love to just see people shine more that way.
Absolutely. And I love what you just said, about embracing that imperfection and finding the beauty in it. And in fact, one of the quotes that I happen to live by and that I always share with the women who participate is, you don't have to be perfect in order to make a difference. You know, you
Yeah.
just have to be dedicated to never giving up. No one's perfect. Whenever you see someone either on social media or in person, you're seeing the best representation of them. And
Thank
so,
you.
right, you know, we have to be realistic. You know, even the most beautiful people go through some horrendous things, because at the end of the day, we're all still people. So embracing your journey, embracing your, I'll say flaws lightly, because it's kind of like a mixed bag with that, you know.
Right.
It may not really be a flaw, but to you it is.
Right.
But embracing all of that just becomes, it can be a very beautiful experience, especially when you have support, because sometimes without support, it can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, it can kind of be a lot to take in. Like you said, what's wrong with me? Why do I think like this? Why do I feel like this? The relatability
Right.
is seeing the woman next to you who you never would have guessed was going through something, either, I'm not going to say worse, but just you would have no idea that she was going through that.
And I think it's important to, for everyone to understand that we all have this story. There's always this story behind everything. And it doesn't even matter whether the story is positive or negative.
Right.
We all have the story, place that we come from. And this workshop, I believe, is going to kind of expose what those stories are for people, what those stories are. Like when I do the tea blending workshops, I get people thinking about herbs like they're characters. I think about herbs like there are these characters that are going to support you in some shape, way, or form. So it's like, who's your lead character? What's the lead story? What story are you trying to tell? And with the tea blending and also with your workshop, it's about getting people connected to the story. For me, it's about what story do you want to create in your body? What story do you want to create for your emotional and physical well-being? And so, and just kind of get a grasp of what that story is, people now get a little bit more, I'm not going to say control, but they become a little bit more proactive in creating that story that they want. And I'm sure it's similar to what you're doing.
Your camera went out.
Did it go out?
Yeah.
Is it back?
I wasn't going to interrupt you.
Is it back?
No, not yet.
Uh-oh.
Not yet.
I don't know why. I see you. I see myself. Maybe it's like a weird connection.
Well, it says
technology.
Yeah, it's okay. But while we're doing that, while you're getting your camera back up and running, let's I'm gonna post some of the links. And hello for those of you who just joined Marketing with Love. How you doing? Hello, Sharon.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Did my camera come back yet, or is it still out? Because I see me, I see you. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's the
there you are.
The blab.
Welcome back. Yeah, you're back.
Welcome, everybody. So Erin's going to go ahead and type up the link for the event we're having in Brooklyn. I want to say welcome. My name is Walda Lorenzo. That's Erin Elise typing over there, and she is the founder of Tea and Tabletalk. And we are hosting, and I'm also the founder of Tea Infusions, a local tea brand in Brooklyn. And we are putting our forces together to actually Sharon D. Johnson would like to join the conversation. I actually know her. She's a pretty amazing woman. But okay, yeah, when you want to come back, Sharon, hit it again, because I didn't get a chance to hit the check button. But anyway, we're hosting this amazing workshop, Tea and Table Talk, January 16th, Saturday from 2:30 to 5. It's going to be amazing. Erin is going to lead everyone who attends. She's going to have something ready for y'all. She's going to have you going through things, getting you challenged, getting you thinking, putting questions out there. And it's up to you to figure out what your story is and to figure out, how you want to change your story. And I'm going to support that process by getting you to think about tea in a different way. I want people to step outside the idea of a cup, hot water, and a bag and a little bag of tea. I want you to become a part of that drinking experience, and which means that you're going to figure out what your story is with that cup of tea. You're going to figure out what type of experience you want to create specifically for yourself and that special cup of tea that you will be making for yourself and you'll get a chance to take home. So thank you everyone for coming in. If anyone has any questions, because I know we've been talking a lot, for those of you who are watching, if you have any questions about what any of us do, or if any of you are local and would like a little bit more information, please just shoot a question and we're going to continue our talk. But just go ahead and shoot a question. We're looking out for questions and we'll go back and forth with you. All right.
Yeah, ask away. Feel free to ask. I'm located in Atlanta, Georgia. Walda is in Brooklyn, New York. And, you know, our workshops are mobile. So that's the beauty in this. Two people from two different places coming together to bring you something that is truly unique and awesome. You know, two people from two different places coming together to connect with you. So, you know, it's a really exciting thing. And although the workshops tend to, you know, it varies based on who's there and what's going on at that time. So no two workshops are the same, which is amazing. You know, there's always a different experience. So if you know anyone who's going to be in Brooklyn, or if you know anyone who's going to be in Atlanta, because Walda actually will be coming to Atlanta and we're going to collaborate out here as well, then let them know about this. Yeah, this is a truly unique way to deal and kind of open up to what is going on inside of you in 2016. You know, it's a new year, so let's leave the outdated stuff back there. You know, let's focus on what's ahead of us, and that workshop is going to help you do that.
Yeah, and you know, it goes beyond when making a resolution. It's about creating a new lifestyle for yourself, you know, and I think, you know, that's how I try to approach everything that I'm doing, is that it's about a lifestyle. It's about lifestyle, adapting your lifestyle in a way where it makes you a better version of yourself, you know. Forget the resolutions. You know, resolutions, you know, it puts too much pressure on you. You know, but when you look at your experience, you know, as how am I going to change my lifestyle? Because we have a limited amount of time here, but we can shift and think about how we want to be for the rest of our lives. You know, we all have to work on how we think about ourselves first and foremost. That's like a constant work in progress, you know. So that's where Erin comes in. She's going to really get you thinking about how to start thinking differently about what you think about your life, you know?
Yeah.
And we need that. A lot of times we need to get out of our heads, and we need that third party, that person on the outside looking in, to get you to open your perspective a lot more. And, you know, this is not like a typical, like, you know, how to make money in 30 days. Right. It's not one of, you know, these are two women coming together to encourage each and other women. And, you know, all of us, including myself, we're constantly going through stuff, constantly changing. And I think for me, that's one of the things I want people to go away with, is that, and I said this at the last blab, is that, you know, I have my acupuncture going on, I have my tea going on, I have a great understanding about herbs and health, but that doesn't make me perfect. You know what I mean? I'm always challenging myself to be better the next season. And that's what this is about. It's about how can I be better the next season, you know, because it's about trying to make yourself change for the better. Yeah. So she's doing that mentally, and I'm also doing that on an internal level. So between the mind and the body, once you get those two connected, you can accomplish so much more than you think you could accomplish, you know? So that is the idea of it all. I think Erin froze on me. There you go.
Okay. We have
Okay, a question.
yeah.
An opinion? Do you have an opinion on where there is a renaissance with tea at the moment? I see Oprah has launched a new tea brand. Is this a US thing? Tea is definitely in the US becoming a lot more popular, only because I think people are becoming more aware of the health benefits of tea. And, yeah, there are a lot of tea brands, in the United States. There's a lot of growing tea brands. I mean, there's just a lot, and it's too many to name. But yeah, tea is definitely becoming a lot more popular. I would say over the last 5 years, it's definitely been on the radar for people, because people are becoming more conscious and aware.
Yeah.
We have this whole coffee run and Starbucks run, which is fine, but on a health note, people are getting more adverse effects to that type of caffeine. And so people want to be able to drink things that are actually building them internally and strengthening them. So yeah, tea is definitely becoming popular. Hi, Nicola. Okay, first of all, if you're based in the UK,
Wow.
then you know about tea. I can't even tell you too much about it. Like, tea is everything.
Yes.
I mean, he is it. Yeah. So the thing about it is, I always say Europe is always ahead.
Yeah.
Europe is always ahead. So you guys have been ahead. You guys have been ahead, Nicola, with the tea. I'm just trying to catch up, but I'm just using also, my family, we're from Haiti. And so aside from tea leaves, I work mainly a lot with herbs. And I just kind of sometimes incorporate that with tea leaves, or I just do straight herbal blends. So there's a difference between tea and herbal blends called tisanes. So I do a combination of both. Thank you for the
Yeah,
question.
that was a really good question. And I think
Yeah.
that you're onto something, Nicole, because there
Oh,
has been like a raised sense of awareness, like you parties. We're starting to see high teas becoming like a thing now. When as before,
right.
only not to say specific people liked it, but it wasn't as popular. And so with the awareness comes people kind of trying new things and being interested in new things. So yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. And yes, Oprah did launch a new tea brand. She is quite the Renaissance woman. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
things. I don't know if I'm going to be like punished for saying this, but a lot of the times too, things run on trend. So people want the next best trendy option. And not that tea is trendy, but it just, people kind of get on the bandwagon, about certain things because, it's a trendy thing to do. But we don't want health to be a trend. We want health and, to be a lifestyle that's maintained.
I feel like most of the time when you have something, thank you. Most of the time when you have something that is when there's a need for something, right? Then you begin to see that it surfaces kind of all
Mm-hmm.
around you. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
we're filling in the gaps in some areas of different needs, right? But then we're also incorporating some other aspects to it. So tea is popular, but tea is not essentially the reason why the workshop was created. But it enhances the workshop. It takes that workshop to the next level because like Walda said, you're invigorating all of the senses. Now you're not just coming together and having a kumbaya moment, which is wonderful, and it's good what we're doing, but the tea, all the senses, you open up. It's like having lunch with a girlfriend or brunch with a girlfriend, although these are strangers.
Yeah, it slows you down. I
Yeah.
mean, think about it. A lot of times when there's something serious happening in life, someone needs to talk. They don't go for a cup of coffee. They always go for a cup of tea because tea offers you this opportunity to reflect. There's something about the alchemy that happens in the cup. When you're not looking at hot drinks like coffee, this alchemical process takes place, and then it allows you to become that reflective nature as well. You become reflective. You start to think a little differently. You start to calm down a little bit more. And tea connects us. It brings us together in good times and bad times. And this is what we're trying to do here. Like she said, it's not about tea, but it's about the idea of bringing people together and getting them to open up.
Yeah. It is, and you're right, Nicola, about it adding the sophistication of the events and experience. It really
Right.
does, there's something about food, and there's something about tea and conversation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whenever, if you are a little on edge, food is kind of always that thing. Have you ever been to like a social gathering and you're like, awkward, and then you go and you grab you go to the snack bar, you go get a little something to eat and nibble on, and then you kind of feel like, okay, I can do this. I have something to touch, I have something to hold on to, I kind of, I'm okay now. And then within that, you begin to open up a little more and take in what's going around you. And then throughout the questions and the group exercises, that guard goes down a whole lot more, because now you're seeing all the other women around you who feel the same way. So you know that
Right.
you're not alone. Yeah.
And it's that idea of that alchemy takes place. Alchemy takes place all the way around. Women kind of get more calm and centered within that group. So everyone's energy now is meshing, it's becoming one, and the alchemy is taking place, and everyone's understanding each other better. Yeah, man, this is the beauty of what we're doing here. It's about getting people in that space within themselves, but also creating that space for other people. It's like
Yes.
you want to hold that space for yourself, but also you want to hold that space for other people. Yeah. So this is what Tea and Table Talk is about. I love it.
Your camera is down again.
Camera, I don't know what's going
It's
on,
just the
but
signal. Sometimes it can be a little
yeah,
funky. Does anyone have any
it's, well, I
questions
will
or
share your
want
with
to
you.
know
Awesome. Thank
anything?
you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you.
I'll
Thank
also
you.
I'll also give you
Awesome. And
for the
then we'll type in our
I'll
individual
give you my
websites
web.
as well,
Hold on.
so that
We're talking at the same
so funny. We're both saying the same thing at the same
time. Okay.
time. And that's my website as well. So just kind of like, I'm trying to seem like we had a
Mhm.
couple more people come on in. But yeah, essentially this workshop is taking place in Brooklyn next Saturday from 2:30 p.m. to 5. And basically, we're just asking that you come with an open heart, an open mind, and just be prepared to absorb all of the wonderful things going on around you, because it's going to be an amazing experience. It's going to be fun, and it's going to
Yeah.
be uplifting. Although we talk, and we may talk about some, heavy things may come up, I promise that you won't leave feeling super open and like, oh, I don't know if I can handle things anymore. You'll leave feeling uplifted, which is the overall point of
Yeah. And you'll be
this
in a safe
workshop.
place. You'll be in a safe place.
So
That's the most important thing. You'll be in the shop. You'll be
there you go.
surrounded by all the herbs that are there to support you in your process, and it's going to be fun.
Mhm.
We're going to have a nice tea set up for everyone. We're going to have some bites and nibbles there for you. So I'm really excited to get to know everyone that comes and to meet Erin. But I mean, we've met obviously via like cameras, but I can't wait to see her in person. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. I'm looking so forward to seeing her in person and just to seeing her in her element. And it's going to be fun. And I want you all to experience her in her element and to just take it in. It's a 2016 should be about shifting your thinking for the better. That's what it should be about. Forget losing weight. Forget getting into this or getting into that. It's right here. It's here. So if we can start shifting how we think about who we are, where we are, everything else, I believe, will work itself out.
Absolutely. It's a domino effect. You know, you can't, I, it's hard to fix one thing in particular. If you're so focused on one thing, that's your sole thing, there's no balance. And without balance, things get thrown off
Yeah.
track. So once you shift the way that you think about things, the way that you go about things, then everything else, like you said, will work itself out. You'll other things about you will change. Your outlook on how you do things and, you know, things like that, everything will change because of you shifting the way that you think.
Yeah. And, listen, I always say, try something new, try something different. How many of you have had an opportunity to blend your own tea? How many of you have had the opportunity to get a workshop while you're blending your own tea? Um, it's so, try something different. Step outside of your box and start thinking a little differently about the type of experience you want to have. Hey, Creole NYC, I know that lady. Hello.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. So, for those that just joined in, we are talking about our amazing event we're having in Brooklyn at the shop. And it's going to be great because Erin Elise is going to be running her workshop, Tea and Table Talk. And I am going to be there supporting the process with the herbs and the tea and guiding everyone who comes through a mini tea blending workshop. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Hey, so Creole NYC, she's had an experience at the shop, and it'd be great to see her. And I'd love for you to share. For those of you who are not able to come, if you're not in New York, but if you do know of people who are local, New York, Queens, in NYC, Manhattan area, Queens, please share the link. Let's put that link up again to the Eventbrite.
Yes.
We can. So we're going to type that link in again for the event where you can register directly at Eventbrite. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to have a nice tea set up for everyone that comes. We're going to have some bites there, and we're going to be going through our workshop. We're going to be leading everyone through a mind-shifting, energy-altering experience. It's going to be something different. It's going to be something new. And it's going to be unlike anything you have experienced. So get your hands in there, get your hands in there, get your senses in there, and just have fun. Have fun, have fun, have fun.
Yeah,
All right.
and like Walda said, be open to trying something new. I mean, there have been a lot of natural hair events, which I love. Status, none of that matters. Just come and connect with other women. Come and share this workshop and these experiences with a group of women. It promises to be something that will connect you further with yourself and connect you to those around you who maybe live right by you and you never even knew that. These are women that come in as complete strangers and leave feeling a sense of sisterhood. So give it a chance, give it a shot. What do you have to lose? It's just a couple of hours.
Nothing.
And you have everything to gain and nothing to lose,
Exactly. So. Exactly. So this is the year of taking risks, taking chances. And listen, step outside the box of what you're used to. Try something different. Experiment. Life is about taking these experimental steps, and it's okay. That's what makes us human. It's what gives us an opportunity to say, wow, I can appreciate that. This is what I learned. We're all going to come out of it with something. And you'll come out of it definitely energized. I will say that. I believe you're going to come out of it energized. You're going to come out of it willing to think in a different way. Yeah.
And there you are. And it's an enhancing experience. Walda is going to enhance your senses as far as the tea goes, but also on what you think about tea. you know?
Right.
Um, like she said, so many people think of tea as like a cup of hot water and like a bag. And that's, for some people, that is what tea is, but she's going to take that to the next level for you. You're going to get to create your own blend of tea, okay? And you're leaving with a blend of tea on top of doing a lot of, really fun interactive group exercises. You get to munch on small bites, drink tea, chat with women from all different walks of life, and connect. Leave, this event feeling connected to yourself and to the women around you. Thank you, Nicola. Have a wonderful night, and good luck to you in 2016 as well.
All right. Thank you, Nicola.
Does anyone have any?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Any more questions?
Yeah,
Anybody?
ask a question. Come on, don't be shy. We don't bite.
Oh, I see 9 people watching. Come on, I want 9 questions. At least we got one from Nicola, so we need 8 more questions.
Yeah. Um,
Anybody? Booms. Booms just joined. Welcome, Booms. How are
yes,
you?
welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
There was something you say and it slipped my mind. You were talking um, about, oh yeah, you were talking about just now about making your tea and the whole sensory experience there. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people, when I say I make tea, a lot of times I think people are really unclear about what that means. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So this is that opportunity where you can understand what that process is, but more than anything, I always tell people that this is kind of a very meditative experience.
Mm.
I treat it like a meditation.
Mm.
So, as part of what Erin's doing, here I come and I'm going to take you through an active meditation, so to speak. I'm going to tell
Mhm.
you, I'm going to teach you a little bit about herbs and their energetics. We're going to talk a little bit about herbs that I think would really stand out for most of us right now. And you're going to have that opportunity to see what resonates with you, because meditation is about getting in tune with yourself and seeing what's resonating with you and kind of being in that still space for yourself. So the tea blending process is really also a very meditative process. And that's another thing that I wanted to bring
Yeah.
up. It's that it's a meditating process. It gets you quiet in a different way, and it gets you aware and active in a much more subtle way. You get in touch with the energetic self more than the physical self.
Yeah, absolutely. We lost you
Yeah,
again on
you're
video.
coming in and out. I'm coming in and out, but at least I can hear you.
Ah! um, but yeah, it's about exactly what Waldo is saying. Taking an experience and learning more about it. It's cold outside. Why would you not want to learn how to make tea,
Yeah,
like for yourself,
yeah,
using herbs,
yeah.
instead of having to always run to the store and grab something that's already created? Why don't you learn about how to create things that work for your body, things that you actually need as an individual, and learn what you like?
Yeah.
Learn what you like, what you don't like, what makes you feel like what.
Need, and also learn what you need, because I think a lot of the times both of these workshops really, I'm sure they're both leading into what you need rather than what you want. Sometimes what we need needs to be put in our faces in a very subtle kind of way, and we need to work that out. The way Erin's bringing the workshop in, it's about getting you in touch with what you need. The way I'm using the workshop is about getting you in touch with what you need. So it's about needs being met, your needs being met, and using this as a platform to help ourselves, but also help you get there, is like the ultimate dream.
Yeah, absolutely. If if you just have one person who gains something out of the workshop, I mean, I think it's a success. But I know that that's never the case. There's always more than one person. If you come open and willing, you're going to leave with so much. It's just up to you on being receptive to what is going on around you, because there's going to be a lot of good there's so much good that's going to happen on this day. And I'm really excited to meet Walda, to meet everyone in Brooklyn that's coming, and to just be a workshop with you. Workshop and like what that's like, or I'm gonna go ahead and post some of my links so that you can kind of take a look and kind of see who I am and what I'm about. But I'm also free to any questions that you may have in regards to me, or if you have any questions for Walda. As individuals, we would love to clarity for you.
This is one of the reasons why we're doing the Blab too, is because it's a way of us, creating this new way of interacting. Like, this is the third time I've done this, or the fourth time I've done this, and so what an interesting way to connect with people and to give them an opportunity to ask me a question or ask Erin a question. So ask away. If you do have any questions that come to you later, feel free to go on our websites and shoot us an email. We're more than happy to, accommodate any questions. I'll connect you're so good, Erin. You're fast, girl. You just type those. I have to think about it for a second. I'm just going letter by letter right now because my eyes are like squinting.
It's late and you did a lot today, so it's fine.
And I'll send my email to make it easier. If you guys have any questions, shoot me an email. If you are interested in both of us, coming to your state or coming to where you are, that's something that we can definitely work out, and we're more than happy to accommodate. So we are both traveling with our workshops. So Erin has been traveling with her workshop now for how long now? Uh-oh. She froze, but she's been traveling. She's been traveling with her workshop for some time now. And I'm actually going to start traveling more with my workshop, where I get an opportunity to get people thinking differently about what they put in their bodies. And also, I don't know if Erin, can you hear me, Erin?
Now I can. They're right.
Okay. Yes. So the question I had, I know you've been traveling with your workshop for some time now. So I was just saying that, it's one of those things where I'm going to start traveling more with my workshop. So, we're available. If this is something that you'd like to bring into your community, if you'd like to create an exclusive event, we're definitely here and definitely open to sharing what we do and sharing what we love to do with everyone.
Yes. And, it's something that we both believe in. It's who we are. So what you're getting is a piece of who we are. Right. You get to experience the insight on that. It's not just something that we do, which I think when you go to a lot of other social outings or workshops, it's kind of just something that people do. The warmth is missing. So you get that interaction and you get to really see two people who love what they do and are sharing themselves with you because they believe that it's going to, make a difference and it's of benefit for you. And like Walda kind of said earlier, we're not perfect and we're not aspiring to be perfect. What we're doing is we are sharing what we have learned with you.
Right.
And that's the beauty in it. People kind of thrive on this. I'm the expert. I'm the CEO. I'm the XYZ. And that's cool, but at the end of the day, we're all people. And we're just sharing with you what we learned. And however that applies to you and however it can be of benefit to you, use that information, receive what you need,
Right.
So, right. Like going back to what you said, it's all about what you need.
All about what you need. And I think that if we go back to that idea of, what's our story? because we all create the story about who we are. And then let's get to the heart of that story so that we can change the story. And then we can really focus on the needs, you know?
Yeah.
I'm always reevaluating my story. You have to constantly be in that place of self-reflection and reevaluating yourself, because that's the only way I think any of us will grow. And you do that by having people like Erin get you thinking outside the box. You do that by having people such as myself getting you more in tune with how the energy and the flow of your body is going. You know, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to be practicing acupuncture in the next year. So I get people thinking, thank you. I get to get people thinking about their health and trying to get them to be more empowered about their health, because it's that mind and body connection. You know, you'll notice it. You know, your body's better when your mind is at you know, a little bit more at ease. When you're more rested emotionally, when you're calmer, your body's better. And so if we can start changing the story we have in our minds with the help of Erin, then I can help you shift what's happening in your body so that that connection can happen.
Yeah. And that's a powerful thing that's taking place with those two elements, you know, in progress.
Yeah.
Something that I want to say is, you know, I spent a lot of time doing that reflection, which is why these workshops are so near and dear to me. I'm not just kind of just giving you something that I'm like, oh, you know, let's try this on them this time and see how it goes. You know,
Yeah.
it's it's stuff that I really sat and did myself throughout the years, and it's stuff that I found to be of benefit to me and those around me. You know, I spent a lot of years reading and studying and doing the work on me. And so I'm very confident in what I have to offer because I believe in what it's done for me and those around me. So,
Right.
you know, it's beautiful when it's like that, because, you know, you're not just a guinea pig or you know, another ticket sale. It's real and it's genuine. So,
Yeah. And I think when it comes from that
yeah.
of realness and genuine, you know, a genuine place, it makes it more appreciative, you know. People can really walk away feeling like, oh, okay, that felt nice, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I wish there was more of that. Hello,
Thank
Tyrese.
you. Thank you. Thank
Thanks for
you,
the
Tyrese. Thank you. You just joined the conversation, Tyrese. So I'm Walda Lorenzo of Tea Infusions. I have a tea brand in Brooklyn, and this is the lovely
Erin
Erin
Elise.
Elise,
I
and
am
she is.
oh, sorry.
Say it. Go ahead.
I am a life strategy coach here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we are having an event on Saturday, January the 16th, called Tea and Table Talk in Brooklyn. This workshop has been on tour in a couple of different states, and it is its first time debuting in New York. So we're super excited about that. Join forces with the awesome Walda. So it's a 2-in-1 type of workshop.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Erin walking people through these amazing questions and getting them thinking and challenging them. And I'm going to support that process with a great blending workshop where I get people thinking differently about how the energy in their body's flowing with the help of herbs. And so people are going to get a chance to make their own herbal teas, and they're going to get a chance to take their own creations home and continue that process even after the workshop. So it's going to be life changing. It's going to be life enhancing. It's going to be life supportive. So it's about supporting life, you know, and getting people moving forward in a different way, stepping outside the box.
And it's about community, you know, the people who are there, the women that are there, creating their own community amongst themselves. Women who have never met before, now leaving, feeling a sense of community. So, and it's very important when you're doing something that's intimate like that on that level, because if that sense of community is not there, if there's kind of like a cold vibe going on in the atmosphere, or people are not receptive, it doesn't have the same type of effect as people being open and learning from each other and wanting to know each other more than what they did when they came in, and I've seen it happen. I've seen women leave, exchanging numbers, then they'll send me photos of them going out to brunch, or people have become business partners, and so it's effective, and it's a great experience. So,
and I think what's important too is that that community that's created, with the workshops, it gets people more engaged within themselves,
right?
And it gets them more engaged in themselves, and it's a great experience to see the growth. To see your work, grow in people that way. So I love it. I love it. Yeah. So listen, guys, we need you to spread the word. Please tweet this event on your Twitter pages. We really appreciate it. Share it with friends. Let people know what's going on if they're close to us, if they're Queens, obviously Brooklyn, Manhattan, even North Jersey. It's an easy ride over the bridge. It's going to be fun.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to send the link for the event one more time. Does anyone have any questions? It surprises me that there's not many questions,
I know. Come on, guys. Ask us some questions. DK Wayne Watts. You joined. Any questions? Tyrese Johnson. If you have any questions, please just ask anything. And listen, even though this workshop is for women, that doesn't mean that the men out there who are watching, if you have questions about anything, please, no worries. Just ask a question. We can do a tea and table talk for you if need be. It's all good.
It can be a ring. We might have to call it something else.
I know. But hey, we all need it. So if you have any questions, again, you can get on Erin's email. It's up there. I don't know if you see it. My email is up there. I'll put it down one more time for those of you who just came on. If you have any questions, feel free. Yeah, I need to have a quicker way to type in these things.
Oh, yeah, it's not the easiest.
Hello, SD Johnson.
Now you can type, yes.
So you must have a question for us, SD Johnson. All right, ask away. Hi. You have any questions, SD? It's been a long time since I saw you. SD actually participated in one of my tea blending workshops, and it was such an amazing experience for her. I don't know if you're able to, but if you can possibly share that experience and what it was like so that maybe some folks can read it, that will be awesome. If you're able to. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Yes, I'm still here. Maybe able to make it on the 16th. Okay, great.
All right.
Awesome.
I like
That's
that.
awesome. Hello.
This makes me happy. Hello, The Solution.
Hello, The Solution One. You just joined us. We've been chatting away now for almost an hour.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Hi, Abdullah. Thank you for joining. Hello, thank you. So we were chatting just real quick. We were chatting about an amazing workshop we're having in Brooklyn this coming, 2 Saturdays from now? January 15th. Hi from Dubai. Duabi? Hey.
Hi. Hello.
This is awesome. I love it. So we're having an amazing workshop. Hello, sister. So even though some of you, are far away, thank you so much for just taking time out of your evening or your day to listen in. We really appreciate it. We've been talking about, thank you. She's the
thanks.
We've been talking about a workshop we're hosting together on the 16th of January happening in Brooklyn. And it's going to be a really engaging workshop where we're getting women in particular to really rethink and to be challenged about where they are, where they want to be, and who they want to be. And I am supporting that process by encouraging those women to get more intuitively centered. It's a very active tea blending meditation, and it's going to be pretty amazing. If you want to open, come to Dubai. Okay, something to think about. I think Dubai.
I would love to come to Dubai.
Okay, good to know.
That's on the checklist, right? Bucket list.
I've heard good things about Dubai. I really have. Awesome. So, I don't know if there are any more questions. I know that we're going to probably be ending the call soon in the next 4 minutes. So we'll give it a full hour. Anything else you want to add, Erin?
I think that you owe it to yourself to try something new, to step outside of the box and connect with others. This is it's now 2016. You know, we've become people who connect via email, via Facebook, via Instagram. Let's take that to the next level and connect in person. You know, let's work on our vision of ourselves for 2016. And within that, we will be surrounded with other women who are doing the same, like-minded women, right? That's what we're always saying that we want. Oh, I got to be around like-minded women, women who are on the same page.
Right.
You know, well, now the opportunity to meet women who are ready to give something a try, just like you. And you never know what can come out of this, you know? I'm a firm believer, if you feel like you want to do something, don't let yourself be psyched out. You know, just give it a try. There's nothing to lose, but there's everything to gain. So I look forward to seeing you all next, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. It's be my first trip to New York. So it's going to be awesome. Come say hi, you know, come say hi to both of us. And it's going to be a life enhancing moment.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
Listen, I think you covered it. I'm excited. You know, we're going to probably do 1 or 2 more blabs, I think, hopefully before, you know, so follow us. Actually go on our Twitter pages. We'd appreciate it if you followed us. That way you can be up to date with anything that's happening with us. But also our next talks, you know, we're going to try to continue the conversation and definitely meet more of you. This has been so cool. I'm really appreciating.
Yeah, this is super cool.
It's been awesome. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, all of you, for taking time out of your day or your evening to just listen to us blab about our event. And again, definitely stay up with us. You know, you can find us on Twitter, obviously. And that'll lead you to our web pages.
Yeah.
And it's cool, yeah. So looking forward to meeting many of you and keeping in touch with any of you. You're welcome. I'll see you soon, SD Johnson.
Yes, hope to meet you.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Awesome. Again, thank you. And I bid you all good night. Erin, we're going to chat in a few.
All right. Yes. So have a wonderful night. And I look forward to seeing you all soon, sometime probably next week or this weekend, something like that. We'll figure it out. So
figure it out. All right. Bye.
Night.
Good night.